My name is Mcguyre. I'm 18 years old. I graduated from Milton High School in Milton, Florida. I'm a cult leader.
What is it like being a cult leader?
It's the best word I can describe for it is exquisite. I've never felt more successful and happy and content than when I'm mastering over younglings like I was born to do. It's my calling, you know? It's something that I've always been prepared for, and cult leading is just my passion.
How did you manage to become a cult leader right out of high school?
See, after I graduated, it was a lot of turmoil, a lot of realizing that I just didn't know where to go. Where do you go after dedicating 4 years of your life to one cause? And so I was sitting in a Walmart parking lot one night, and a man came up to me, and he was covered head to toe in what I assumed was lemonade. It could have been something else, but whatever. He asked me, "Do you want to join a cult?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And then I just worked myself up the ranks so fast that they just decided to make me leader. It's just a natural thing for me, you know?
How do you keep people under your control?
You know, a lot of leaders seem to misunderstand what it means to have people under you, have followers. It's a lot of respect. Once you respect them, they find that they respect you. And otherwise, I just put bear traps in their houses without telling them. So it's just a situation where I get respect either way, either out of fear or out of kindness. I think that that's the best way to do things in this business.
How do you introduce people to the cult?
See, when I first joined, it was a lot of just exactly how I joined, just going up to people in parking lots in the middle of the night, maybe at 3 a.m., and ask them if they want to, join the cult. Maybe you do it after drinking some really questionable substances, whatever. But I found that that process wasn't doing it. And so I decided we need to be more forthright. We needed to be with the people. And so I decided we need to be more intimate with the public if we want them to join us. So every Tuesday at 4 a.m. ish, I would sneak into somebody's house, throw a bucket of salt water on them, and just tell them if they don't meet me at this location with their loyalty in hands, I will pee on all of their shoes. And you know what? That just really worked. It really worked with people. It established such a good connection. And it really showed forthright just what kind of leader I am. And they really appreciated that. So I feel like just being as open and forthright as possible is just the best way to recruit. And it's worked wonders, really.
What are some of the things you make your followers do?
Recruitment is always a thing that we have people actively taking care of. We do this one fun thing that I think was shown at one point in your trailer, that we force the oldest members of our group to cover their hands in a red sap liquid. Uh, it's my own blackberry syrup. It's very delicious. We also hold hands while we have the liquid on our hands, forcing the youngest to get into the circle, and then we harmonize. It's a means to ingratiate them into our group to show that we are a community. And whenever they start catching on fire because of all the gasoline that we put in the syrup, it just really shows the bond we have together. Just melts us together quite literally. They can't take their hands off of each other now. It's a problem. We also do a lot of community service, picking up trash around neighborhoods, giving back to the community. And then later on, to people who have scorned our group,
we kidnap their wives and we replace them with trash models in their beds. And, you know, it just really sends a great message about what happens when you mess with us.
Have you ever failed in what you were trying to convince your followers to do?
In the beginning of my tenure as leader, we had a troublesome member named Jennifer. And Jennifer just wasn't getting it. She was late to all the meetings. She kept wimping out when we were trying to recruit. Sometimes we would have a man cut open on the table and we'd be, you know, harvesting his organs, as one does. And she would just be like, oh, I'm just not about that, or this is morally reprehensible. So she just wasn't participating. And whenever you're not participating in something as crucial to group participation as a cult, it just really hinders progress, you know, and it just wasn't working for us. So I had a chat with her. I sat her down because, you know what, communication is an important part of, you know, everything that we do. And so as I was talking to her, it was a distraction, so that my right-hand man, Hazel, went behind her and killed her. So, you know, it just really sent a message to the rest of the community, you know, of what we do to people who don't listen, you know?
What has been your greatest success thus far?
I'd say just the cult itself is my greatest success, you know? Having a community that loves me for me and respects me so fully has been just so gratifying in so many ways. And you know what, so there are times where I get a little tired of them, and you know, they're not listening, or we're just wasting time, or I'm just having one of those days. But then there are other times where we're actively communicating together and working together, like cutting off the power to the power grid of the city of Milton, or throwing trash and pig guts onto politicians' doorsteps, or just overall just chasing people in the streets. Just, it makes me realize just how much I love this community, you know, just how much I love these people and how much they love me. So I guess my greatest success is just finding my people